We the people. We the people can make our community match our values. We the people. The first three words of the US Constitution. If you look at the Constitution, we the people is like 3 times larger than any other text on the document. We the people starts almost every state constitution. If you look at the founding documents of your community, your city charter, we the people is in almost every city charter. We the people. Why is this so important? Why isn't it us the people? Sometimes it feels like government does what it does to us the people. But saying us the people takes the people out of the subject of the sentence and puts it into the object. We're the recipient of the action. Us the people puts us in a victim mindset where we have less power than we should. It's my job to change your experience of government from a black box that does what it does to us the people into something more like a well-set table where we the people can gather and address the issues that are too large or too complex for any one of us to handle alone. I kind of see my job in city government as the gadget guy in a spy movie, wiring a tool together and then handing it to the hero like, I don't know why you need a briefcase that's also a hang glider, that's also a flamethrower, but here you go and I hope you can beat up those terrorists. It's my job to put the tools of public participation into the hands of the community. So I don't know why you need a schedule of city council meetings and a map of the city's economic incentive zones, but just in case you want to help some disadvantaged people start a business, here you go. I've had a number of jobs in city government, from the budget office where we set the financial priorities of the city, to sustainability office where we make sure that our actions are in balance with our impact on the environment. And now I'm in the city's office of communications, where we work directly on the public perception of its government. Over the last 10 years, my experience in government has included hearing a lot of complaints from the community. Usually these complaints fall into some predictable categories. Transparency, you're not letting us know what you're doing on our behalf. Complexity, the decisions that you make are too complex and we don't understand how the decisions are made. To responsiveness, you're not doing what we're asking you to do. A few years ago, the city of Colorado Springs had a mayoral election, and I was lucky enough to have some time with the leading candidate. We sat down and over a couple of minutes, I explained to him that some innovative things that I had seen in other communities. So Chicago is doing excellent things with their data program. San Francisco is doing wonderful things with their innovation program. I packaged all of these different initiatives into what I called the Citizen Empowerment Suite, a way to provide digital tools to the community to give access and awareness like we'd never had before. At the end of this pitch, the mayor candidate looked at me and said, I like what you're talking about. If I'm successful, that'll be your job. And we were both very fortunate that a couple months later, he was installed as mayor, and I found myself in charge of several city initiatives to put digital access to city government in their hands. The first of these projects was the city's open data program. So this is where the data that's produced as a part of doing the city's business can actually be an asset to members of the community. So the maps that are produced, the tables, the spreadsheets, some of that data can be published to the city, and citizens can actually use that data to create businesses or write apps to address things using public data. The second of these projects was the city's legislation portal. City council meets every 2 weeks, and the agenda for that meeting can exceed 1,000 pages long. No citizen has time to go through that. So what we have is a legislative portal where you can actually search the text of those documents and find out which of the issues coming before City Council are relevant to you. Even better than that, you can set alerts on this system where if you're interested in beekeeping and bike lanes and human rights, you can do a search for those terms and then get emails notifying you when items like that go before City Council. But the project that I'm working on now, the one that I'm the most excited about, is called GO COS. It's a mobile and website application where citizens can put the app on their phone and then report issues across the community. So if you don't like the timing of a streetlight, or if a stop sign near your house has fallen down, the city doesn't have sensors that tell us when that happens. We don't build sensors into our roads that tell us when a crack or a pothole happens. Our citizens are our sensors. The community is our sensor system. So we need to hear it from our community. In launching this portal, one of the things I'm happiest that we did was we reached out to the local independence center. This is our local agency that advocates on behalf of people with disabilities. We brought the user group together and I got a lot of feedback. I got feedback on the personalities of our elected officials. I got feedback on the state of our transit system. And eventually, I got feedback on the app that I was trying to launch. And we were able to use that feedback to make design decisions so that the mobile app could benefit the people with disabilities. The hope was if we made it work for people with disabilities, it would work better for everybody together. Taking part in the ongoing maintenance of our community is a way to take ownership of your role in the community, and it'll start to change your perspective. So I want to challenge you to report 3 issues to your government over the next 3 days. As you do, you'll start recognizing that you have ownership in your community. That's my park bench that I got fixed. That's the street light that I got the timing adjusted. That's the park where my kid who uses a wheelchair can now play. As you start reporting these issues and watching the work being done, you'll start to take ownership in your community and see that there's a change in you. It's not happening to you anymore. You are part of the solution. You are part of the government. It all comes back to what type of relationship you want to have with your local government. Are you going to let government happen to us, the people, or are we, the people, going to take the wheel and drive our government to where we want it to be? One word of warning: driving change in your community can be habit forming. Once you start reporting potholes or blocked storm drains, then you wake up one day and you're volunteering in a city park, or you're serving on a board, or you're running for office. Because that's how I see government. Getting personally involved in making change is how we take it from us, the people, to we, the people. It's my honor to serve in our community. Leaving this place better than we found it is our challenge. And where we take it next is your choice. Thank you.